My Billionaire Mom, Chapter 2. Yes, the cheapest unit is $12,000 per square meter. That means even a 100 square meter house costs over $1 million. The smallest apartment starts from 50 or 60,000, Natalie Xavier interrupted, her tone sharp and dismissive. Please understand, sir, this isn't a place for time wasters. Chuck Cannon opened his mouth to explain, but before he could finish, the door swung open and in waddled a pot-bellied man. A thick gold chain draped around his neck glinted under the lights, thicker than his fingers and almost screaming, "I'm rich." Natalie's eyes sparkled, her entire demeanor shifted in an instant. With a bright smile plastered on her face, she completely ignored Chuck and rushed to greet the newcomer. "Welcome, sir. Are you looking to purchase a house today?" "Yes. Show me some top-tier listings," the man replied in a tone that oozed arrogance. Natalie nearly bowed. Of course. We have the finest properties here. Our service is premium, as long as we're not wasting time on those who can't even afford a window." She shot a cold glance at Chuck, her words laced with sarcasm and disdain. It wasn't subtle, everyone in the room caught the message: he doesn't belong here. Chuck had experienced this kind of treatment more times than he could count. In the past, without a cent to his name, he would have quietly endured it. But now, he had $5 million in his account, and he wasn't going to take it anymore. "Call your manager," Chuck said calmly. Natalie scoffed. "You want to see the manager? Do you think this is a charity? You're wasting our time." At that moment, the manager strolled in, his brows furrowed at the tension. "What's going on, Natalie?" "Manager," she snapped, "this guy came in pretending he wants to buy a house. He's just here for the air conditioning. I'll get rid of him immediately." The manager looked Chuck up and down. His attire was plain, nothing flashy. Young, maybe 18 or 19. Definitely didn't look like a buyer. He nodded slightly at Natalie's judgment. Chuck didn't argue. He simply stood up, turned, and walked next door to another real estate agency. He paused at the entrance and said coolly, "Looks like your agency doesn't have what I'm looking for." Natalie laughed coldly. "People like you can't even afford a public restroom, let alone a house." Employees around her joined in the mockery. "He's just heading next door to freeload off the AC again." Back inside, Natalie eagerly returned to the pot-bellied man, still playing coy. But the longer they spoke, the clearer it became that he wasn't a buyer at all. Just another freeloader wasting time. Suddenly, the laughter in the office died down. All eyes turned to the window. Chuck was stepping into a sleek, black Mercedes parked outside the agency next door. The luxury vehicle was only reserved for VIP clients, the kind who sealed multi-million-dollar deals. "What the?" Natalie blinked, stunned. Even the fatty was distracted, slipping out unnoticed while everyone stared at the car. Natalie rushed to the window. Her mouth fell open. Chuck was actually sitting in the buyer's seat. "No freaking way." Just then, an employee from the agency next door walked in, beaming with joy. "Thanks a lot, guys. You sent us one hell of a client. Business like this hasn't happened in years." The manager's face darkened. "Wait, what did he buy?" "A unit worth over $3 million. He paid $1 million up front. The rest will be transferred by tomorrow." The agent grinned. "I owe you guys a milk tea or two." He turned and left, hopping back into the Mercedes with Chuck. Natalie's heart dropped into her stomach. "No way, he actually bought it?" she whispered, trembling. She watched Chuck sitting comfortably in the backseat, calm and composed. "How? He looked so poor." Smack. The manager's slap came out of nowhere, cracking across her cheek. "You useless fool," he bellowed, red-faced with fury. "You just cost us a $3 million deal. Do you know what that means?" He kicked her hard. "You're fired. Get out of my sight." Staggering up, Natalie burst out of the office and ran after the car. Desperate, she banged on the window. "Sir, please, I'm sorry, I judged you. Please come back. We have better houses. I'll give you VIP treatment." Chuck rolled down the window slightly and glanced at her. "It's all right," he said coldly. "Save your energy for someone else." The window went up. The car pulled away. Natalie chased it for a few steps, then collapsed to her knees, her tears mixing with dust as the Mercedes disappeared down the road. Thud. Behind her, her things were thrown out onto the street by the furious manager. "Get out, and never come back." Chuck, on the other hand, was quite satisfied with his purchase. 3 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 2 bathrooms. Located right in the heart of the city, full of potential. It had cost him $3.5 million, but it was worth every cent. The agent, still glowing with admiration, offered to drop him off. When they arrived near the university gates, Chuck said, "Here's fine." "Yes, sir," the agent replied with a respectful nod. We'll finalize the paperwork tomorrow. You can move in the next day. Chuck got out, pulled out $20,000 in cash, and slid it into his pocket. His expression turned thoughtful. I wonder how Yvette Jordan would react when she sees I now own a place 3 times bigger than hers. He walked toward his classroom. Afternoon classes had already started. As Chuck stepped in, a sneering voice rang out. Oh look, who finally decided to show up? Isn't this our class beggar, Chuck Cannon? It was Laura Jean. I'm warning all of you, she declared, don't lend him money. He'll beg you for help, then ghost you when it's time to pay up. Shameless, another student snorted. Who knows who his parents are, if he even has any? Laughter filled the room. Chuck paused, his gaze dark. He didn't say anything, but soon, they would all know exactly who he was, and what he was capable of.